ever in the mood for a delicious warm bowl of soup and an awesome sandwich to go with it, Souphouse has that and a whole lot more, and you're gonna love it. Today on Megan's Menu, we are at Souphouse. Joining me is Chef Wouter, and let's get this straight. You are the soup man.
I'm the soup guy.
And you make all the soups here.
I make all the soups here.
This is awesome. So why do you think soups are so popular?
I think soups aren't so popular, and I think they should be so popular. I think they are, first of all, if you're on the go, it's quick. Secondly, the nutritional value in our soups are through the roof. Not to mention the vegetables you get to eat, the meat sources you get, the protein sources there. It's basically a well-rounded meal in a bowl.
Very true, and it's a hearty meal.
It's a hearty meal. It's warm. It's comforting. It'll hit a number of levels that you want to hit on a meal.
Well, I'm a big fan of soups. That's why I think they're popular. But you're right. Soup hasn't gained the popularity of like a sandwich shop or a burger place.
Right.
But you're bringing back the soup.
I think soups need to be brought back. I think they should be back in Winnipeg. I'm not sure if there's any other restaurants that specialize in soups like we do.
You're starting the trend of bringing the soups back.
Yeah, and I think especially for our downtown location, for the office worker to have to go for a hamburger or French fries or whatever, and then to sit in his office after it should be a crime. I think if you go and get a sandwich, a salad, or a soup, I think you're doing yourself a number of favors.
Baby likes soup. What? The baby likes soup?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the first soup we're going to be making?
We're going to be making the red borscht. It is the reason why we started making soup in the first place. The red borscht we make here is made with beets, which have a number of great health benefits, loaded with antioxidants.
And who doesn't like beets? We're in the prairies. We eat beets.
Beets are great. These are red beets. They have a nice flavor to them. We shred them. We put them in the soup. We have our red borscht with sausage in there, but of course there's a lot of vegetarians and vegans, and we make it without the meat as well. We supplement the meat with beans.
And it's nice for people to have that option if they don't choose meat.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a nice option. It's a little bit lighter, but
I have to say, the borscht I'm going to be a tough critic because I grew up eating not one but two different types of borscht, and everyone, as you know, has their own variation, their own version of how they make borscht. One of my grandmas made red one of my grandmas made a spinach one, so I can't wait to try yours, but I will say I will be a tough critic.
No, and that's the thing. Everyone is a critic because especially in, I guess, Southeast Manitoba or Manitoba in general, everyone has had a borscht, and the thing is it comes from their mother or their grandmother, so there's a huge nostalgic to it. It brings back a lot of childhood memories, and so it's tough to go against these critics, but I think we got a soup here that does just that.
Well, and it's tough because you're going against grandma.
Exactly. How can
you know you're gonna lose.
You know no one's gonna tell you that it's better than grandma's.
Yeah.
But we have converted a few people already, and our red borscht does sell out every lunch hour, so it's a great testimony to the soup in itself.
Okay, well, let's start making the soup.
That's it. We always start with all of our soups, carrots and potatoes. Those take the longest time to soften up.
So you put them in, let them, sit in the pot for a bit before you add everything else?
Yeah, usually they take about 45 minutes to soften up. So in the evening time, we have 6 of our pots going. The majority of them will get the carrots and the potatoes first, and then we let them sit.
Okay, and then what else are we adding in this borscht?
For the borscht, we have shredded our beets today. Then we have our parsley and dill. Those are great for flavor. Celery as well. We are going to put white bean in here. This was soaked yesterday and is ready for today's soup. Mushrooms. You name it, really.
I have to say, I've never had borscht with beans and mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
Is that your own twist?
It could be, yeah. I suppose so. Everyone who comes in here says they have the best borscht. They try ours out, and they generally really like it. So, I mean, you're always competing with mom or grandma, which is a tough person to compete against. But I think the borscht is phenomenal. I mean, the cream and butter, it makes for much smoother soup. And this is a mix that we use. It's our own salt and spice mix. Bay leaves. And we let the soup sit. Usually takes 2 hours for the soup to come to a boil again, and then we let it simmer.
Awesome, and then we get to eat it.
And we
I grew up eating borscht, and both of my grandmas on both sides of my family both make borscht. One makes a red borscht, one makes a spinach borscht, and they're both completely different, and literally I feel like they throw everything into them. But they're all so different because they're from different regions.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, whatever is local, usually that's what the people will use. That's what we do, the same thing here too.
So now is my ultimate favorite time where we get to taste. So we're gonna taste the
red borscht.
The red borscht. So this, of course, has sat for a long time, let the flavors dance together at the party.
A red borscht we always serve with a little bit of sour cream on top. Makes for a great looking soup. A little bit of dill on top. Perfect, we serve it with a slice of baguette. And here we are.
So here we have the red borscht, and you decorated the top with some sour cream, a little fresh dill, nice touch.
Thank you.
I have a sneaky feeling, Walter, that this is going to remind me of my childhood because my grandma made this borscht all the time. This is so delicious. This is literally like comfort in a bowl. I mean, what more could you want other than maybe some nice hot baguette?
That's right.
Next on the menu, we are making Chef Wouter's favorite soup, and it's Italian, right?
It's Italian.
Okay, so what's the name?
Zuppa Toscana.
One more time.
Zuppa Toscana.
Zuppa Toscana.
It basically means Toscanan soup.
Sounds like one of those ones that you'd want to curl up, you know, on the couch with a nice book and, you know, eat the soup.
That's actually what it is. It's a total comfort food. I mean, it's got Italian sausage, carrots, potatoes, cream. It's a hearty soup. Great for wintertime.
Okay, so let's watch you make the soup.
Great. So the carrots and potatoes, they've been cooking already for 20 minutes now. So
okay, so that's the base, carrots and potatoes.
That's the base for a lot of our soups. Shredded kale. We have our Italian sausage, which we have cut and sauteed already. Then we have our fennel seeds and our seasoning and a little bit of cream.
So is it important to cook the sausage before you add it to the soup?
It does give it a little bit of flavor. It gives it a little bit more texture on it.
You get that nice brown crust on it a little bit?
So we boil it in the water, then we have our broth, then we take the sausage out, we slice it, we saute it, and we can put it back in.
Awesome, so we're not losing any of that
Italian
sausage flavor.
You don't want to lose the flavor, that's for sure. And now I'm going to add the kale, shredded kale, our Italian sausage, which we get from a local butcher right here in Manitoba. Fennel seed, salt, pepper. Our seasoning, it's made with dry vegetables. The cream gives it a very nice, smooth texture. When you're eating your soup, of course, water is a little bit, I mean, when you compare it to cream, it's a little bit rough. When you put the cream in, it's much smoother when you eat your soup.
So how long do we let this cook for?
And again, we let it simmer for, under 2 hours.
How did you guys come up with this concept?
We came up with it last summer, my friend and I. Andre Dabrowski is also my business partner. We were working at the University of Manitoba. He told me his mother makes great soups. I said, girls love soup.
Girls love soup?
Girls
love soup. True story.
He said, come over for some of my mom's soup, and I did. It was really great soup. She makes immaculate soup. She's actually a chemist by trade.
It's the science behind it.
Yeah, it really is. So she has all the recipes, and now every evening we make 6 or 7 soups, and we serve them up every day, fresh. Again, fan favorite.
It's the Italian sausage, I think. I'm doing a dunk. Hot. I'll just dunk it in.
Yeah.
Should I get a little sausage on there?
You should.
Down the hatch it goes.
Careful.
I can really taste the fennel. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love the fennel.
It's got a very distinct taste to it.
And I love that it's a nice creamy soup.
Yep.
And the one thing I'm getting a hit of is a little bit of that butter.
That's it.
It makes all the difference.
It does make all the
and
difference.
I can actually tell the difference.
Yeah. If you don't add butter in it, the water is actually a little rougher going down. It's not as nice of a smooth soup anymore.
This is a smooth soup. I'm a fan. Good job.
Thank you.
Couldn't write down all those yummy recipes in time? MeganDuffy.ca has everything online, complete with tips from Meghan and Chef. Also, be sure to connect with us on social media to get a sneak peek at upcoming episodes, behind-the-scenes footage, and exclusive news.
Up next on the menu, we are making West African soup. So I'm assuming this is some sort of peanut-based soup?
Yeah, it's a peanut-based soup. It's more of a bisque. It's a thicker soup. It's delicious in the wintertime. It'll warm you right up.
Warms the soul.
Warms the soul, or two souls.
Two souls.
Aww.
Aww. How sweet. Ladies, come on. Okay, so what goes into this soup?
Right now we have our yams that are already boiling. Yams and parsley, carrot. That is gonna go into our blender, along with peanut butter, garlic, and our seasoning. That gets blended up, gets put back into the pot, and it gets boiled again.
Okay, awesome. Now I will say for my honeymoon, I actually went to Tanzania, which is in Africa, and I had a lot of peanut soup. So I can't wait to compare your soup to their soup.
So I'm gonna fill this guy up. A scoop of peanut butter goes in. 2 cloves of garlic. This is for every batch that we blend up, so it'll be about 4 or 5 of these guys full. Seasoning. So now we can give it a quick little taste. It's not completely finished. We do add a few other ingredients on the stove, but yeah, it has a really nice taste if you like to have a go with it.
Is this gonna knock my socks off with this spice?
It should knock your socks off. It's got parsley in there, which makes it very fresh. The yam, the peanut butter.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Careful, might be a little bit warm.
Oh, that's spicy. That'll wake the baby up. Whew, that has a nice flavor, but it's got some kick, that's for sure.
And then our blend goes back into the pot, and we let that come to a boil again. Usually now we would add our peppers in and our seasoning in. So I put it in before to blend it just to show what goes in there, but usually it would go into here. Okay. And that's likely why you found it so spicy, because that is for the pot.
Right.
As opposed to just for that one.
Yeah. So you sewered me.
You were
and
the test. You wanted to try it. I'm sorry about this.
Okay, so now we have our West African soup. So you use smooth peanut butter, but do you ever use chunky peanut butter?
Yeah, we do. I mean, it all depends. Like, we give it a nice blending, and that makes it smooth again. Chunky or smooth peanut butter works. So we usually dress it up a little bit with some peanuts. It's very cute.
Very cute.
And then, voila.
Okay, and there we have our West African soup. Okay, so I am pretty excited to taste this because I have had a lot of this when I was on the honeymoon. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. Should I get a peanut in there? You know what I have to say? This definitely brings back memories of my honeymoon, and this is almost better than the soup that I had there, believe it or not.
It's an amazing soup, and it sells out every time. It's such a rich, warm soup. It'll warm you right up.
This is definitely a fan favorite.
And not to mention the energy content in it is through the roof. It'll revamp your whole day.
This is an awesome soup. If you were looking for a soup that will warm up your soul, come and see this guy at Souphouse, and you will not be disappointed with this soup whatsoever.
It's a great.
Up next, we are gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do a sandwich and a salad because every soup house has great sandwiches and great salads.
That's right.
Fair statement?
Perfect combination, I would say.
And the great thing here is that you make your own salad dressings.
Yep. So we're gonna make our Caesar dressing, and we're gonna make a Caesar salad, and then we're gonna make our ham and Swiss as well.
I have to say my pet peeve with restaurants is when they have bottled salad dressing because they all taste the same, and you know exactly. You
like
totally
Kraft.
know. It's you know exactly who it is. Okay, so let's watch the Caesar salad dressing being made.
Perfect. So the first thing we do is we put in whole garlic. We shelled that up already.
Okay.
The more garlic, the better.
I love garlic, fresh garlic in my Caesar salad dressing. Yeah, you know it's not gonna help you with the ladies. Sorry, but I don't mind the taste of whole garlic.
No, and the health benefits are amazing.
True.
Lemon juice.
Okay.
And salt and pepper. This helps break down the garlic when it's all blending together. So we're gonna give this the first little blend here. Really let it blend. Just let that mix. Break that right open. Okay, that doesn't take long to blend. So once the garlic is in and the lemon juice is in, canola oil. little bit of mustard.
Now that's something you don't see in Caesar salad dressing very often. Normally you see dry mustard, but that's an interesting twist that you're adding some fresh mustard in there.
And then, mayonnaise.
Or not.
Good point.
And now we have some mayonnaise.
Good point, Megan.
Thanks.
In goes the mayonnaise. We'll give that another quick blend. And of course, the trick to having a good Caesar dressing is a very rich dry Parmesan.
Okay, that will thicken it up quite a bit.
That'll thicken it up. And we like to use cream in ours, so that's also, again, going to thicken it up.
And that's also not a typical Caesar salad dressing ingredient.
Nope.
You got your own twist here.
Yeah. I mean, we like to have a distinct taste, a unique product. That's what brings people into your place. They want something new, they want something different. So we're going to mix that in. Of course, once you start beating up the cream, it'll thicken up really nicely.
It's almost whipping it.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
and the oil will keep it a nice flow on it. So we take a look. Could still go for a little bit longer, so I can add a little bit on top.
Okay, so here we have our finished Caesar salad dressing. This is nice. You can see how thick and creamy it is. Do I get to have a little taste? Here we go. Wow, you can taste the garlic. Definitely not shy on the garlic in this. This tastes awesome. Strong, but awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a Caesar salad now.
Okay.
We use green leaf lettuce, finely chopped.
That's a unique twist because most people would use romaine lettuce in their Caesar salad. But that's not how you guys do it at Souphouse.
That's not how we do it here. That goes into the bowl. In goes the dressing.
Do you want me to be your sous chef? I can give it a little
Yeah,
mix.
could you?
Yeah.
Thank you. Not just beautiful.
Here we go. Okay, what else do we add in here?
Nothing for now. We're gonna go ahead and plate that. If you want to
Okay.
plate it on half of it.
Okay, there we go. Look at me helping out. Am I adding all of it?
Yeah, whatever looks nice. Generally half the plate. So this is what we would serve for our side Caesar.
Okay. The baby eats a lot of food.
Yeah. That's good.
There you go.
Great. Bacon bits.
Yum.
So that goes on top.
And these are your own homemade bacon bits?
Yes, of course. And then we have our own. This is dry Parmesan. That goes on top as well. And then these are our croutons.
There's one thing that I should tell you now. The baby really likes bacon, so you may want to just throw the rest of that on the salad.
Oh, good to know. That's great.
There we go. Don't be shy.
For the baby.
Perfect.
And then so that is a Caesar salad. It goes great with our ham and Swiss. So this is our ham and Swiss sauce. It's mayonnaise, mustard, and we chop up dill. It has a great taste to it. We love dill here, of course, as you would know.
So that's your own homemade sauce for your ham and Swiss sandwich.
Yep.
Awesome.
We have some lettuce left over. Two slices of tomato. Onion. This is a smoked ham that we get from a local butcher here in Winnipeg. And it goes on top. And then, of course, Canadian Swiss cheese. Very nice Swiss cheese.
Can't have a ham sandwich without some Swiss cheese.
You have to have a ham and Swiss without the Swiss. And put a nice cut in there. And voila, this is a very popular lunch menu item that we have. Serve it. It's quick and it's light.
And let's see if it's delicious. Here's our ham and Swiss down the hatch. Mmm. That sauce is amazing. What is it called again?
It's a dill mustard. It's basically a mustard mayonnaise with some fresh cut dill in it.
You can definitely taste the fresh cut dill. I have to say, I love the marble rye.
The marble rye is so fresh.
And the Swiss is amazing on this. Mmm. Okay, now I have to try some greens.
And have your vegetables.
Gotta get my
Do it
veggies.
for the baby. And the baby loves bacon, right?
And the baby loves bacon. That's an unreal Caesar salad. I never thought that putting mayonnaise and mustard in the Caesar salad would work, but this works.
Call 12 Stone Creations for your home repairs, renovations, and maintenance. From small repairs to large projects, we've got you covered. For more details, visit us at 12stonecreations.com or call us at 204-599-3357.
Up next, we have a wild mushroom soup. Now, what makes this soup wild?
The mushrooms. The mushrooms are wild. They actually grow here in sandy lands, Manitoba. You can pick them. They are a wild birch mushroom.
So this is the wild birch mushroom.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Oh, they're quite hard.
They are quite hard. They soften up in the soup, obviously.
Obviously, but they have such a unique smell to them.
Yeah, a very unique taste as well.
Yeah, much more than like these are way more
Yeah,
aromatic than a white button or even like an
Exactly.
oyster. Wow, these are strong. Okay, awesome. And then we have the white button mushroom.
Yeah, white button mushrooms. We have our carrots, potatoes, our seasonings, celery as well. Gives it body. It has a very unique flavor. It's very nice. It's a very popular soup of ours.
You think this is probably the most popular on the menu?
It's got to be this one or the West African peanut. Both sell out almost on a daily basis.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, again, so our potatoes, carrots, they go in first. Again, dill in all our soups. It has a very nice flavor and nicely fine chopped.
What is it about dill that people love in soups? I mean, I love dill in soups, but is it like what's the background behind it? Do you know?
Dill is just has that distinct flavor, that fresh flavor, which I mean, in anything is great. Nutritionally, it's got vitamin C in it and calcium.
Two important vitamins, especially for me right now.
I know. You don't want the calcium deficiency, right? That's
No,
the idea.
absolutely not.
So in goes the dill. That's gonna be great. Once the dill is in there, put our white button mushrooms in.
Okay, here's a question for you. You grew up in the country. Did you, as a child, did your family have a garden?
Yep.
And did they have dill?
Yep.
See, to me, dill reminds me of my childhood because I always had a garden and my grandma always made me go and pick the dill, and I would love running through the dill and brushing my hands and then coming and smelling them because it just smelled like dill.
I come home at the end of the day and I smell my hand like a weirdo, but I'm not really. It's just the smell of dill is on there. There goes the birch mushroom. That's really good. Celery, again, gives it body, gives it flavor.
Of course, body and flavor. Gotta get that.
Gotta get that. And then our seasonings, again, the dried vegetable salt. And we have bay leaves, which we grow here in-house, right up front there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
And then you
that
let
goes
it dry out?
in. No, this is picked fresh, so that's gonna go straight into the soup, and we pull them out in the morning usually. It just soaks again, just lets that flavor go in there. So that goes in, and then again, once our potatoes and carrots are soft, that's when the other ingredients go in. On goes the lid, and we let that simmer again. And we bring it up to a simmer, simmers for an hour, and then we cool it and store it overnight.
And then
And then presto,
and then we get to eat it.
Get to eat it.
That's the best part.
That is the best part.
So up next we are going to try our wild mushroom soup, and this is the soup that was made with the birch mushrooms, the kind of sticky mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean they're wild mushrooms, so I mean you could call them sticky, but
Well, they just have a very strong aroma compared to other mushrooms I've smelled in the past.
Okay. Well,
I'm not being biased towards these mushrooms. I'm quite excited to try them, the birch mushrooms.
and again with the dill, just on top, and bread.
Got our spoon. Okay, here's our wild mushroom. Birch mushroom.
Wild berries, yeah. Baby's gonna love this.
Mmm. You know what I love about this soup? Is normally when you think of a mushroom soup, it's so thick and creamy and all you're getting is a handful of cream in your mouth. This is nice because it's a nice mix of creaminess with broth, and there's more than one flavor of mushroom in there, which is really nice.
Yeah, most people are used to whatever comes out of a can, which personally I feel sick when I hear anyone talk about it.
Well, you should. You're the soup man.
Exactly. This is
This is fabulous.
uncomparable.
I have to say, you guys did yourself. This is a fabulous soup. For a mushroom soup that's not over the top, this is amazing. This is a really nice, hearty, delicious soup that I would highly recommend you try if you come here. There's something to be said about a hearty bowl of soup on a cold, rainy day. So if you're looking for something or someone to warm up your soul, you should come check out Santa's Souphouse. You're gonna love it. And you will love this triple chocolate brownie as well.
Couldn't write down all those yummy recipes in time? MeghanDuffy.ca has everything online, complete with tips from Meghan and Chef. Also, be sure to connect with us on social media to get a sneak peek at upcoming episodes, behind-the-scenes footage, and exclusive news.
Do you own or manage a restaurant that you would love to have featured on Meghan's menu? If so, email us and tell us everything about your establishment. But hurry, our next season is booking up fast. If you're interested in being on the show or working with us behind the scenes, we have volunteer opportunities available, and we would love to hear from you.